man of the masses.
Mayegun don come,
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun don come,
This man not dey off in mind.
Mayegun don come,
Aha. Na him una don. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní máa.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary.
As you are joining the broadcast, share the broadcast. Invite others. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Mayegun is here and we have a talk. We get gists. Share the broadcast.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Tell them.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Mayegun ti dé.
I have like 2 gists or more for you tonight. The first one is the reactions of people to the endorsement of Tinubu by the Yoruba movie makers, the Nollywood actors. But it's not new. And yeah, they have the right to support whoever they want, just like you are also doing right now. But there is more to that. Also tonight, from the snippet from the grapevine, we can see that it be like say Atifku's ticket that they used enough dollars to purchase is about to cut. Fayose and the rest are now singing a different tunes. As we speak, some things are beginning to come to light as well. So if you have your time with me tonight, and you would probably would love to share that as well, then share the broadcast. Say.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé ẹ̀sùn rákì. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ayé ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí kí aṣíwájú wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu pé wọ́n kúrò. Kò sí ẹni tí ó yẹ lásìkò yìí láti gbé àsíá ẹgbẹ́ APC bí kò ṣe Àkànbí ọmọ olódò Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀.
Pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run
àti àfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà rere.
Ipò ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yìí.
Ó ti ṣeé ṣe.
Ó dẹ̀ dá wa lójú wípé
Ìtẹ̀síwájú ọ̀tún adé borílẹ̀-èdè wa.
nítorí kíni.
Aṣáájú kájẹ́ akíkanjú ni ọ̀mọ̀wé ni. Pẹ̀lú ìrírí tó péye. Ìmọ̀ àti òye.
Láti darí àwa ọmọ Nàìjíríà.
Dé ilẹ̀ ìlérí.
Araba ní bàbá.
Ẹni abálábà ní bàbá. Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ni.
Òun gangan ni.
Òun ló kàn.
Nítorí wípé òun ló tó gbangba sùn lọ́yẹ̀. Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá
Ahmed Tinubu. Àkànbí
Ọmọ olódò dẹ.
Jìjàgàbá.
Tinubu.
Tinubu for president.
Ohun ọ̀run ti gbọ́, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀.
This message is from the League of Actors 2023.
It is their right to, before you begin to tear cloth, before you begin to speak grammar, I want you to calm down first. Okay? Calm down first. It is their right to say they are endorsing this person or they are voting for that person or this and that as it is there. But there is more. In the last 7 years alone, this group of people, let's start from 2012. Oh, sorry. 2012. In 2012, this crop of actors were mobilized in order to give a bit of, legitimacy kind of to the protest of 2012, the subsidy protest. And because many of them have always been in the payroll of the politicians themselves, right? So they were easily controlled, just like many, many other people who are also scared of poverty. So in 2012, they were mobilized to end their fuel subsidy. The organizers of that protest was no other than Tinubu and his gang. Now, fast forward to 2015. As a follow-up to good governance, according to them, right? They decided to pitch their tents with Bukwari Oshibaju 2015. According to them, you see, they make movies. They tell stories, according to them, stories that has to do with everyday lives of the people. How politicians are corrupt, how they are devilish, how they, that stuff. But when an opportunity presented itself for them, they quickly joined the feeding feast. So, in 2015, they supported change with all their chest because Tinubu asked them. Now, in 7 years, as many Nigerians have paid the supreme prices for welcoming APC into their lives. People died, people lost everything, People couldn't afford to feed, they couldn't afford to pay for medical bills, they couldn't afford their children's school fees, they couldn't afford to live normally anymore. As the people were feeling the brunt of the consequences of their political choice, this guide of actors, they were not left out too. As everything don't travailler, as they say, everything don't collapse, they are not spared. In 7 years, many of them have died ridiculously, shamelessly. They have died in some dignifying ways. Yes, we have seen some of those actors. Many of them didn't join these ones, and some also who joined them. In 7 years, they died miserably because they couldn't afford a real medical care right there in Nigeria, where Tinubu, Oshibade, Pastor Ruga, Bukwari, and the rest of all those rogues that they endorse. So, to me, it is their right. You shouldn't condemn them. You should just let them know that they are doing more damages to an already damaged system by their own selfishness, because that didn't come cheap. The endorsement didn't come from the place of, oh, they can do it. No, 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 no. It's coming from the place of patronage. They died. Baba Suwe died. Like that one, oh, if you know Baba Suwe, Baba Tunde Omidino, is so, what's the record? I say now infatuated, is so obsessed with Tifnumbu that in his movies, he referred to Tifnumbu as his own brother. Aburo mi. Bola Aburo mi omolodo de. Because of the peanuts they give to them, forgetting the fact that if these guys were genuinely artists who count well on their own sweat, they would never stoop so low and start dancing shamelessly, making video of such for a failed political party led by a failed shaky atole. But again, it is their choice. Let them keep making those choices. Baba Suwe died miserably. It was a hero to many of us, like, you know, a hero-like figure for many of us who grew up in the 90s. Baba Suwe and so many other comedians like that. They died wretchedly. They died miserably. Guess what? Anyone can fall sick, yeah? Majority of those people who are jumping up and down, Omo Lodo de, Omo Lodo gba, ete sibe, can you call those nonsense? Majority of them, they are just one sickness away from poverty. It's not that they are hungry, oh. Do you understand? Don't think, I've told you that the poverty in Nigeria is mainly not always. The poverty in Nigeria is not always about not having money to eat, not having money, or not having this or that. No. Most of the poverty in Nigeria is mental poverty, psychological poverty, poverty of the mind. You see, because majority of those who support all this madness, they are supporting because they just have to. If they don't, they are just a single step away from poverty. One single sickness. Shebi, you are watching all their movies until they will now come out here and start saying, artists are not helping themselves. They are supposed to be raising money for them. One sickness away from poverty. One single sickness away from poverty. You see that Alakwini Osha. Yahwero, you see Yahwero, you see all of them. They are just a single sickness, a single health issue away from poverty, because the system they are telling you that they have made better is the same system that couldn't take care of their colleagues who died miserably. The Jotun Fulu, a Yoruba man in Lagos as well. The Jotun Fulu. You see, you will see these guys, artists that are living fake lives. Bunch of beggars most of the time. Miserly or poorly rewarded for their crafts. Most of the crafts are actually like a nonsense anyway. They are part of those who messed up our brains, messed up our minds, and then made us believe that there is some certain spirit, there's some certain evil spirit here and there that is making life difficult for us, not knowing that the real evil spirit that is making life difficult for an average person in that land, in that Nigeria, is no other than the politicians who steal your inheritance. All these quack actors and actresses now, not be them, they do all the movies where they tell us, say, village people, they do us. Meanwhile, politicians who failed to equip hospitals, politicians who failed to pay the pensioners, who failed to pay the workers, who failed to construct the road, politicians who failed to actually justify the taxes you paid. They are not seen as the evil spirit. Now, this bunch of quacks. So, again, it is out of the state of sorry state of what Nigeria has become. You see those who make it look like they mean well. And that's why, and when they don't, and that's why they say that may our next decision not be determined by where our next meal is coming from. You see, if I want to say something right now, if I get to a stage where I have to be very careful, because what I say could determine if I'm going to actually feed tomorrow or I'm not going to feed, then I will have to be careful, won't I? So it's now left for you. It's left for you to see if you want to take the advice or not. But just like all the people who are also like jumping up for APC, jumping up for people destroying people and the rest of that, yeah, the consequences is the same. Yeah, the consequences are the same. From 1960, they have been telling you the same thing again and again. And you go, if they ever have you line up to go and vote for an election, you just have to go there and line up for the same thing you have been lining up for since 1960, stable electricity. Do you get that now? Stable electricity, good health care, education, and so many other, other nonsense that have become generational. So whatever it is that plays out, yeah, it is yours to know that any decision you make, you are going to be responsible for it. I like people who want to be responsible. The last time when they said that Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. However, PDP, Egbekegbe as well, they have brought in APC, the jihadists, now going to rescue you from them. So Atiku came on and they started spending these their dollars, real and fake. Then the Atiku managed to, what do you call it? He managed to outplay others. And now that seems to be playing back now. I'm going to start with Ortom. Because you see that ticket, that dollarized ticket that Atiku said they bought in PDP. If I say the ticket won't cut now. No be me, a demo. So Ortom started talking and he said, at first, the first one that caught my attention is this, before I get to that part of their ticket or no ticket, this one.
Why should you just send calls to Wike? Why can't you go to him?
But
you have offended him.
Let me give you the background. You know how they played with Wike? With Wike spent over 400 billion naira. That is nearly $1 billion to be the PDP presidential. It was so confident. All of the South locked down for him, according to him. South is locked down for him. And you see, Shokoto, where his friend Tambua reigns, right? Plus here and there and all of that, Atiku stood no chance. But they played him. So when they played him, he said in one of his statements after that, their bogus Congress and dollarized Congress, Abi. Wike said when he sat there and he saw how the game played, he wanted to stand up and go and stop the entire thing. But he just felt like, no, it doesn't really matter. There's no need for that. So he sat back and let Atiku and his dollar walk over with the Wike's dollar. So the following day, Atiku, who wanted to play a smart one in his own mind, now brought in PDP governors and some other people, 17 people. And he said, for unity, for peace, I want you to recommend the vice president for me. So 17 people now sat. 14 of them now recommended Wike. And since Atiku, and many of you who saw Wike before the PDP primaries, who go make Wike in own vice, especially Atiku, that frustrated Obasanjo as vice president. Go come welcome Wike, person, you know what I mean? So they told him, they said, they recommended Wike. Okay, Wike should be your vice. Immediately, Atiku heard that, he dropped the name and he picked Okowa. Since then, it can't be difficult to get the South to work with Wike, I mean, to work with Atiku in the presidential stuff. So now that is now coming together because Fayose came out just yesterday and he said Yoruba, I mean, South Lokan, which means for those who know Fayose, Tinubu, and all of the Ajele agenda in Yoruba land, you will know that Fayose and Tinubu, they are 5 and 6. Sure, you know. If you don't get it, forget about it. Now, Fayose don't come out that nothing like Northern presidency. And he was supposed to be supporting Atiku. They were supposed to be united, Mr. Unifier. Atiku, the unifier from Dubai. Now, as we speak, Pig Dokoa, another person don't join. And that person is Ortom. You know the guy they talk well. The guy when they pay salary. Imagine, this Ortom, where they go talk, we go make you feel like, yes, good one, governor. The guy they pay salary anywhere in Benue State, Nigeria is done for.
Why should you just send calls to Wike? Why can't you go to him?
But
you have offended him.
But if Wike is a pillar of this party. Governor.
Answer what? When you are annoyed, how will you answer? Why can't they go to him? When people ran away from this party, Wike was on ground. Wike was the one that brought me to PDP. He brought me back. Injustice was done to me in 2015. It was Wike that came here and convinced me to come back to PDP. I came to PDP, we are working, and you do injustice to him, and you think he will keep quiet? I mean, this is not fair. Me, I believe in justice, equity, fairness. But when you do the other ones that are wrong, it's not correct. It is not enough to say you put a call to him. It is an insult to put a call to him. You go to him. The party leadership at the national level should go to Wike and appeal to him. Wike is a pillar of this party. Everybody knows. Wike was second to Atiku. Atiku should go to him. But it is unfair to say that you just put a call to Wike without making decision. I have no problem with Okoa. Okoa is my friend. But Wike would have been consulted. He would have been spoken to. So that we can work towards. Everybody must not be in position now. We must not all be there. But the truth is that Wike would have been consulted in the first place, even before the announcement was made, because, like I said, 17 people out of that 14 people say that
14 people endorse Wike. Atiku dropped Wike, picked another person. Now, it can't be difficult now. Who go come now join Atiku campaign? No. That's not just that. There's also something he had to say about this Bokuwari. Something he's been saying all the time. You know the casualties of the Fulani terrorism in Fulani armed terrorism in Benue State, right? He added something too in that interview.
He's from Senegal, he's from Cameroon, he's from all over the place, trying to ensure that the indigenous people of this country do not have a say, that the Fulanis have a say. We are not against Fulani people. In government here in Benue State, I have Fulani people who are in my government. I have no issue about Fulanis, indigenous people. Everybody in this country, in Nigeria, comes from somewhere. Even the 2 people where I govern today as governor, they come from somewhere. But we have settled. Today, because of the rise in population, there is nowhere you can say that the 2 people or Benue people should leave Benue State to go to Cameroon. Where is the land? To go to where? Where is the land? And so, this is the main problem that we're having in this country. If this government will appreciate and stop deceit
against the people. We shall all work as a team. Nigerians, wherever we come, let us cohabit and live together. But where a particular ethnic group wants to take over the country and make some of us slaves, I can never be a slave to anyone. It is better I die and not be alive. I cannot be a slave to any Fulani man. Fulani should live their life. The Tea people should live their life. The Yoruba people should live their life. Hausa people should live their life. Every other person should live their life. But not making me your slave. The matter of slave trade is gone. And all of us must focus and work together to ensure that we live.
You go pity the guy. You see that same guy, Ortom, that is talking, There is fatwa on his head, though. Yes, there is fatwa on his head. He's been declared wanted by the terrorists themselves, the Fulani terrorists. They said they are waiting for him to stop being governor, then they will come for him. But he added something as well, something that many of those who parade themselves as executive governors, even from Eastern Nigeria, they don't have the liver to say. And this is it again.
How do you cage Nnamdi Kanu? In fact, I want to call that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A freedom fight agitator who said that, look, he wants liberation for his people. Why are you incarcerating him? Why are you not going to arrest Fulani men? Look at the bomb blast in train blast in Abuja to Kaduna. Up to today, our people are still being kept by these bandits. Where are the security? Where is the president? Where is the security act to go out and rescue these people? Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, Igboho, they went after him in the southwest and were able to stop him. At least we're not hearing about Igboho again. Why can't they stop these Fulani men who are terrorizing this country and have made it impossible? They come to Benue and kill. Just in my local government, within the space of 40 people have been killed. More than 40 people. In another local government, over 20 people were killed. And then you want me to keep quiet. They want to intimidate us. I will never be intimidated. At least, let me talk. If at the end nothing happens, and some of you are keeping quiet, keep quiet to your shame. But I want to say that the rest of Nigerians, you people are joking. I raised alarm in 2016 that these things were going to happen. What is it that I have not said? I have said it. If Nigerians want to get out of this, they should arise. Arise television, as your name implies. Arise and let us liberate ourselves. President Buhari and his cohorts are not able to do.
He's asking us to arise. Oh yeah, oh arise, oh compatriot. Over 30 soldiers were killed today, slaughtered by the terrorists in Niger State, Shiroro. And we don't know the numbers of Chinese nationals that have been kidnapped as well today. But that's today. Yesterday, over 60 people were killed all across northern Nigeria, from the same Niger to Borno. And it is just same story every day, like that. Until it is your turn, you probably, we just have to wait it out. That is the game that they are playing right now. And he said, we should liberate ourselves. So yeah, arise to liberate ourselves. Politicians, all talks, no action. It's just like the time when they said that Sonweiku banned Okada in Lagos. They banned Okada. Okada no ban. And one day, Sonweiku was going, and he saw Okada on the street of Lagos, come chase him. As he was chasing the Okada, each Okada man, the Okada rider, rode straight into the barracks, the military barracks. And so Sonweiku pursue him. And so wahala bele.
that the governor?
ìyá ti fẹ́ fọ́ orí anybody ebi ti fẹ́ lu ayé wọn fọ́ ebi ti yà wọ́n ní wèrè.
Now, situation has gone that much that it is pretty much like, Banana Republic, sort of. You have office holders, spineless cowards, who can't really take orders or make orders, so to say. Terrorists are spreading all over the place. Terrorists. And they are not carrying their guns as you would expect all of the time. But those that are being caught or cut down, or those who have become the victims of this, are somehow, or let me say those who have survived, or they would be victims, are somehow thinking they could do away with the PDP APC in 2023. Meanwhile, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, who somehow have been those we call the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, or the sophisticated morons who believe that this enslavement is for perpetuity, is for life. They are also saying that, well, no matter how bad it is, Tinubu will be their next president. But if you ask them today, where is that Tinubu? None of them can tell you. Nobody has a clue. Because Tinubu is holed up somewhere in France, strategizing on his hospital bed how to make the lives of the zombies better. You see, this is not about who you chose to make your president if you have a chance of making one. It is the fact that can you really live with the consequences of your own decisions? That's all that matters. Nigeria is polarized. Nigeria is divided. Una dey lie to yourselves. One Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. But since the emergence of Tinubu as the candidate of APC, Egbekegbe, you will tell the increase in the tribalism, the tribal attacks, the tribal bullying, this and that, the increase in that, you can tell. On social media, we are beginning to take into account those who are going to prove to you that, yeah, your Nigeria is as fictitious. It's a fiction. It's not real, right? And the moment you stop lying to yourselves, there is possibility that we can, possibly redeem those who are left. Let me check something here, right? Somebody observed, I am a Yoruba man. I don't believe in all the rubbish and the nonsense you are calling politics in Nigeria, because it is not politics. It is a pure, hate-filled, self-hating adventure that has brought you nothing but total misery, poverty, destruction, and anguish. But now when they bring up their politics of hate, which is going to really, really increase in the coming days, and on, right? I want you to remember that there are Yorubas who observe this as well. They say, like this guy, okay? And we already have those who have already started tagging Yorubas, this, Igbos, that, and then enjoying whatever it is that your hate-filled I want to find a name for your journey, for your adventure, your political charade, whether it's in PDP, in APC, or in Labour Party, wherever you find yourself. They are pure charade that only just manage to massage the empty ego of many of you who are running away from the truth, the reality of what Nigeria is for real. Okay, so the 8th field campaign is going to start, has started already. And let me tell you this to save yourself from any mental health repercussion of this. There are rogues that are going to be speaking, attacking Igbos, Igbos attacking Yorubas. Most of you, if you have your senses intact, ask yourselves, who are you attacking yourselves for? You want to attack the Igbos because of Tinubu. You want to attack the Yorubas because of Tinubu. Are you thinking at all? Is your life not a complete mess and a miserable existence of yours to sit down and somehow in all of your warped illogical minds, because you want to prove to yourself who is right or who is wrong in a charade that is put together just to destroy you? Abi, you are an Igbo man. You are abusing Yorubas because of Tinubu. Are you not mad? If you are normal, you would never have gone that low. But not be everybody normal. You are a Yoruba man. You are targeting the Igbos, abusing them, attacking them. Just to prove that you are a real Yoruba. Are you not mad? You are fighting yourselves, attacking yourselves. I'm a Yoruba man. You are an Igbo man. That is why we don't work with you. This and that. Back in Sholori Buruku. Who are you fighting yourselves for? You are fighting yourselves because of Tinubu Ayenyitita. And I'm just here to remind you. Ayenyitita. Because I'm a Yoruba man. And I can say it to you boldly, confidently, that from Tinubu and all of other rogues like him, they don't speak for me. They don't represent me. And I've proved that to you many times, because they speak for themselves. They represent themselves. It will be so foolish of you to think